Well, I'm all right. It was a rough weekend. Uh, Getting over an incredible show, disappointing result, but a huge night for boxing, I think.
Eddie, just reaction to the fight. Obviously, AJ was a huge favorite. I don't think anybody expected to see what actually ended up unfolding. As a guy who knows Anthony as well as anybody out there, been around this guy for forever. Thoughts as you watched?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a real fight. We respected Daniel. We know he's a big, strong puncher. And unfortunately, he got off to the worst start possible. Came out slow, really, in the first round, made mistakes, and then got hit by a huge right hand, with what, 20 seconds to go or something like that, and really struggled to recover for a few rounds. The second round, he took a big shellacking, but kept getting up. And, I thought he showed tremendous heart. And third round as well was treacherous. Just in the fourth round, started to find his feet a little bit, buzzed Dubois with one shot. And then in the fifth round, when he was maybe getting a little bit of second wind, caught Dubois with a huge shot, saw the legs buckle a little bit, dived straight in, going for the kill, and walked onto a massive right hand and got cleaned out. So the drama was unbelievable,
Yeah.
but I just would have preferred it was the other way around. That was all. So you have to give huge credit to Dubois. He was fantastic on the night. AJ, yeah, subpar performance, made some mistakes, but it's heavyweight boxing and you get caught early. It's difficult to recover.
I know Anthony said after the fight that he wasn't going to retire. Eddie, do you agree with that? And even if he won't, do you think he should retire, or is this somebody
Yeah,
who could still go
I,
out there and compete at the highest level?
I had a great chat with him yesterday, and he's like, "Look, I feel great, even after getting beat. I feel great. My camp was great. That's the thing as well. I'd love to actually sit here now and say, oh, camp was terrible. He was injured. He was ill. He didn't look very good. He looked great. His sparring was fantastic. He's been on this great run where he's looked in tremendous form, and he didn't perform on the night. So we have to go away, and the team have to go away and ask why. But also, he said to me, look, I feel great. I'm really motivated to come back and rematch Dubois or fight Fury or whatever it is. But he did also say to me, look, but I know I'm a fighter. So kind of like whenever you feel as well and my team feel we should have that conversation, make sure you let me know. And I said, look, honestly, I don't think that's a conversation we should be having yet. The next training camp will kind of tell us, you see a fighter deteriorate in the gym, in the spars, in the sessions, and AJ's been doing the opposite. So whether this fight will have an effect on his next camp, we'll have to review that at the time. But we feel physically, very motivated as well to continue. And he's excited. He actually, in a weird way, kind of enjoyed the fight because he's never been in the deep trenches like that before, trading up. And obviously it's not one that you want to happen very often in your
Right.
career, but he was like, wow, blimey, that was a thriller. And I said, yeah, but let's not do it again, please. So you'll definitely see him back in the ring in 2025.
Eddie, are people too tough or too hard on Anthony? I mean, you look at this guy; an Olympic gold medalist. He's a two-time unified world heavyweight champion. He's one of the most famous, one of the most commercially successful boxers we've ever seen. But people talk about him like he's a disappointment.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like British mentality. It's like the tall poppy syndrome, It's like, although I will say the response and the support that he's had since he got beat has been pretty good. I mean, listen, we live in a crude social media world where, you're a hero 1 minute, next you're a joke and you're a disaster. If you look at what the guy's achieved, the way that he's changed the sport, he will forever have an unbelievable legacy in the sport of boxing. But that's the beauty of boxing. Everything is stripped raw, and you're out there almost like naked to the world. And when you get knocked out, unfortunately, you become a little bit of a meme, and someone's always going to try and discredit your achievements. But that's kind of the world of jealousy that you live in. And the support's been great, but he's all right. I think he gives credit to Dubois. It was a great performance, but what Anthony has done, not just in the ring, but out the ring, will never be repeated in this country. So, and also he's a great guy. But anyone that can stay that consistent, focused and determined, having achieved everything that he's achieved, the financial, rewards that he's achieved, and still now, today, wants it more than ever. I think that's a great individual.
Eddie, I'll get you out of here on this one. I know you mentioned Dubois rematch, Fury possibly. I know you're working with Wilder these days, or at least you think you are. Any thought of that as a fight? Obviously, something that people have talked about for so long now.
Yeah, so we have another fight with His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh, and one of those options is a rematch, which I believe that His Excellency will want to pursue. There's also Fury Usyk, 21st of December, which for me is a natural fight. Obviously, AJ against Fury, win or lose on December 21st. But I think he'll chill out for now and look to have two of the biggest fights he can possibly have in 2025. And beyond that, who knows what's going to happen? But all eyes now in the heavyweight division on December 21st for the big Fury Usyk rematch in Riyadh.